Hey, it's Amy from the Mindful Soul Center. Bună ziua, bonjour, bine ai venit, hello, ciao, hey, yo, welcome. I want you to know that every Wednesday you can practice yoga live with a Mindful Soul Center virtually. Want more info? Shoot me an email, hello@themindfulsoulcenter.com. And before we get started, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and give us a thumbs up. You'll get notified when new videos appear. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest at the Mindful Soul Center. Visit our website, themindfulsoulcenter.com. Now let's get started.
So I want to just talk about, just briefly before we get started, about slowing down, because it's something that, not about getting older kind of thing, because we do that naturally, but slowing down to take some time to rest, so that when we're running around and maybe doing our little studio renovation or whatever we're doing, that we just remember to pause and stop and think about something nice, and to make sure we eat and to drink water and to take care of ourselves. So that's something that we could think about for this practice, or you can create your own intention, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to start with the mantra Om. So you can close your eyes and put your hands on your knees and just breathe naturally. And you can join me or not. I'll tell you when, the breath, 2 breaths before. Now on the second exhale, I'm going to Om, and you can join me if you want. Here's the first inhale. And the second inhale. And then just let your eyes open. And then we'll start on all fours. So let's start with cat and cow today. So our hips, our knees are under our hips. Our fingers are spread wide. Our index finger is parallel to the long edge of the mat. And you can really push your weight into your index finger and your thumb. And then inhale, looking up. And exhale, rounding your back. Inhale. And exhale. And you can move with your own breath. Just make sure that they're even and steady. Inhale. Exhale. And if you want to, you can move your hips around. Inhale. And exhale, rounding your back. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's stretch back our right foot. You can just rock back and forth so we can stretch the calf muscle. And bring it back to center. And then we'll do the left leg. And bring it back to center. And then knees wide, big toes together, back the butt towards your heels for child's pose. And then let's put our knees back together and let's stretch our legs out for plank pose. And you can put your knees down and you can cross your ankles if you want, whatever is the most comfortable, either like this, or in plank. And we're going to hold it for a couple of breaths. And then our knees down, wide, and back to child's pose. And then let's roll it forward to plank. We're warming up the body. We want to build our strength in our upper body. Knees down, back to child's pose with an exhale. Let's roll it forward again to plank pose, because you know me, 3 times the charm. Knees down and child's pose. Now this time we're going to roll forward, put our knees back together, and then let's tuck our toes and push our hips up for our first downward dog. And you can pedal your feet. Or you can keep them static, however you feel most comfortable. It's good to kind of warm up the body. Maybe move a little bit and then hold it. And you can bend your knees. Check the positioning of your hands. You can even roll up on your toes if you want. And we're trying to keep our shoulders away from our ears. Now let's put our knees down, and then actually let's tuck our toes, and do plank pose, and then let's lower all the way down. So our knees down, and then lower down, and let's extend our hands out in front of us with our elbows underneath our shoulders. So we're placing our hands down, the tops of our feet are pressing into the mat, and we're looking forward, and we're arching our back for this slight back bend. Our hips are down on the ground for Sphinx pose. Really notice how your abdomen feels here. Can you tighten the muscles a little bit? Notice how your shoulder blades feel, your lower back. You can relax your butt muscles. Okay, now let's lower our head down. And then let's put our arms out wide to the sides. And then let's put our arms, alongside our body. And we're going to do Savasana or Locust Pose. So our toes are pointed and our big toe mounds are together. Our head is down. Our arms are alongside of us with our fingers facing our fingertips towards the back. And then with the next inhale, we're going to lift our chest and our feet up. Okay, so inhale up. And really push the fingertips towards the back of the room. And even your toes. Think about like your toes shooting towards the back of the room. And then exhale your head down. Let's take a breath for a moment, and then we're going to do that again. So let's inhale up. Don't forget to breathe. On the next exhale, lower your head and your feet. And of course, we're going to do it one more time. So we just relax for a moment. Inhale up. And really remember to point those like they're shooting beams of light from your fingers and your toes. And let's lower our head down. Woo! And you can stretch your arms out in front of you. And if you want, you can turn your head, your cheek to the side if you want. Okay, let's put our hands underneath our shoulders. Tuck our toes. And then let's press up to plank pose, or you can use your knees if you want. And let's push up to downward dog. Woo! Deep, long breaths. Okay, and let's walk our feet all the way to the top of the mat. You can have them straight and then bend them when you need to. And just meet in forward fold. And you can grab your elbows and sway. Let the weight of your head pull you down. Knees can be bent, belly on your thighs. Let's release our hands down, fingertips in front of us, and let's inhale for a half lift looking forward, and exhale down. Half lift with an inhale, and exhale down. Half lift with an inhale, and exhale down. And slowly rise all the way up. Arms wide up top, hands together, looking up, and exhale, hands at your heart. So let's raise our arms all the way up top, and then exhale, float all the way down. And then inhale for a half lift, looking forward. Exhale down. Step your right foot back, your left foot back, and then you can do knees, chest, chin, or roll forward and lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Inhale for cobra, looking up. Exhale your head down. Let's do cobra 2 more times. So let's inhale for cobra again. Exhale down. And then on the 3rd time, let's lift our hands up. So inhale up. And exhale down. Let's tuck our toes. You can use your knees or push up to plank. And then go to downward dog. Let's step our right foot up through to the center. Our left foot up to meet. Half lift. Exhale down. Arms wide. Inhale. Big, deep inhale. Looking up. Exhale. Hands at your heart. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to just do cobra 1 time. Okay? So inhale your arms up. Exhale all the way down. Half lift. Exhale down. Step your right foot back, your left foot back. Knees, chest, chin, or lower all the way down, however you want to get there. Inhale for cobra. Exhale your head down. Press it back up to downward dog. Now I'm going to mix it up. Let's step our left foot forward instead of our right first. And then get our right foot to meet it. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale down. Arms wide. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Okay, 1 more time. So inhale up. Exhale all the way down. Half lift with an inhale. Exhale down. Step back your right foot and your left foot. Knees, chest, chin, or roll forward and lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Inhale for cobra. Exhale down. Push it up for downward dog. So we'll step our right foot up, our left foot, up. Half lift with an inhale, exhale down, arms wide all the way up top, hands at your heart. Okay, so now we're going to do some of the eagle arms. so you can do it with chair pose. So we're going to do it. You can pick your poison. So So our toes are together no matter what. And we're either going to we're going to either do chair pose, or you have the option of bending down and then placing your leg over your thing. Some people can actually get their toe behind. I can't do that. But so either do chair or do the wrapping around thing. But before we do that, so we're going to inhale our arms all the way up. And we're going to exhale them down. And we're going to inhale our arms all the way up. And we exhale, and our chin is to chest, down. And then we're going to inhale our arms all the way up. And then this time when we lower our arms, we're going to take our right arm underneath our left arm. And we're going to wrap them. And if you can't wrap them, then hold your shoulders. Then we're going to bend our knees. And we're either going to stay in chair pose, or you can take your left leg and put it over your right leg and hold it for a few breaths. Tuck in your tailbone. Oops. If you fall out like I just did, then get back in. And you can even, if you want to wrap your legs, you can even use your toes as a parking, like a bicycle, whatever that kickstand thingy is. You could do that too. Or you can take them off the ground. Okay, unwrap your arms, and then if your legs are twisted, untwist them, and then you can just fold over. And then we'll slowly roll all the way up, arms wide. And then this time we'll take, as we lower our arms down, we'll take our left arm under our right. And then we'll go in either to chair pose. Well, anyway, you're going to have to squat down if you do the cross-legged thing too. And then if you want to cross your legs, you can. And wrap them or not. Take a few nice, steady, even breaths. Tuck in your tailbone. Make sure your knees are not over your toes. Maybe even sit a little deeper. Take an untwist our arms and untwist our legs. And then with an exhale, just fold over. And then we'll slowly roll all the way up. Arms wide, up top. And then hands at our heart. And then let's do, so your feet can either be hip-width distance apart, or they can be close together like in chair pose, whichever is more comfortable depending on your hips. And then we're going to bend our knees, and then we're going to lift. You can keep your hands in prayer, or you can put them on your waist. We're going to take our right leg, and we're going to cross it, our ankle, onto over our left knee. And you can flex your foot. And if you want to just do regular chair, you could do that. Or you could try this. Find a drishti point, a focal point. It makes it easier. Let's take our ankle off, put our foot down, and fold over. And then we're going to roll all the way up. And Kiki's saying hello. Arms up top, hands at our heart. Hello, Kiki. Okay, so now we're going to do the other leg. So we're going to bend our knees, and then we'll lift our left leg, and we'll put our ankle on our knee, and our foot is flexed. And find a focal point. And it's okay to feel shaky. You might feel all these little tiny muscles and things in your leg that you don't usually use. Okay, let's take our foot up off of our knee and put it down and fold over. Let's slowly roll all the way up, arms wide, up top, hands at our heart. Okay, so one more kind of balancing thing, and then we'll do some other little movements. But let's do tree pose. So let's take our right leg, and you can put it on your calf or on your thigh. Your knee, no matter what, is going out towards the side. Both hips are facing forward. You can hold your hands on your waist. You could do prayer hands. Whatever you do, find a focal point and just stare at that. And then if you want to go up further, you can. And if you do that, you're going to press into your thigh, avoid your knee, and then find your balance. And you're really tucking in your tailbone. And if you want to lift your hands up, you can do that. You can either lift them up this way and open them. I'm going to keep mine today just steady at my heart. Okay, now let's purposefully lower our hands, and we're going to take our foot away from our leg and place it down. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. So find your focal point, because even when you're going to, sometimes you can look down if you really have to, but even as you're making your movements with your body, it's good to even be staring at your focal point right from the start. So if you find a focal point, we can lift our left leg. We can either put it on our calf, or we can lift it up higher. Whatever you did on one side, better to do the same thing on both sides. Try to create balance. Nice, steady, long, even breaths. And then we're going to purposefully take our foot and release it, and place it down. And then let's go to the top of our mat. So let's raise our arms all the way up, hands together, and then exhale, floating all the way down. Half lift with an inhale. Exhale, step it back, your right foot and your left foot right to downward dog. And let's lift our right leg up with an inhale. And then let's take our knee to our nose with an exhale. And let's slowly kick it back up with an inhale. And again, knee to our nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, our knee to our nose, but then we're going to leave our foot in the front. Let's lower our left knee down, untuck our toes, put our hands on our knee, lifting up, and you can either put your hands on your waist, prayer, or you can raise them all the way up. And try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Your fingertips are pointing up, but your thumbs are backwards, and your fingers can be wide. Notice how your hips, if they're aligned, and if you feel like maybe you're off kilter or something, you can put your hand like in the crease and see. You can adjust yourself. Now let's lower our hands around our front foot, and then we're going to push back so that we're straightening our right leg, and then our hip is over our knee on our left leg, and you can use your fingertips to balance, and just let your chest rest over your leg. So stretching out your hamstrings. And then lift your head, and then I need to adjust my foot, but if you need to get it back into place, then we're going to lift our knee off the ground, untucking our toes, and then let's rise up, and we can take our hands to our knee, lift our chest, and then slowly raise our arms up, or you can keep them at prayer or on your waist. Shoulder blades are going down your back. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Your knee is over your ankle. Your back leg is as straight as you can make it. Now let's lower our hands down around our front foot, and then we're going to step our right foot to downward dog. Okay, now let's lift up our left leg. Inhale it up. And then we're exhaling our knee to our nose. Inhaling up one more time. Knee to nose. Inhale up. Oops, kicking the fence. Knee to nose, and this time we're bringing our foot forward, and we're lowering our right knee down, untucking our toes, and then we're putting our hands on our knee and gently lifting our upper body up. And then we're going to raise our arms all the way up, or prayer or on your hips. You can look up. Shoulder blades touching together in the back. Shoulders away from your ears. And again, you can check your hips. Make sure that you're balanced and stable. And we're going to lower our hands down around our front foot, and then we're pushing back our butt. And so now our left leg is extending in front of us, and maybe you can push it out even further. And then we're going to just let our body kind of lie over our left leg so we can stretch out the hamstrings. Now, if you need to adjust your foot back, I'm going to kind of wiggle back a little bit. So our knee is over our ankle, our hands are around our front foot. We're going to tuck our toes. Oops. And then we put our hands on our knee. And with an inhale, we're going to lift our chest. And with the next inhale, arms all the way up, or a prayer or on your hips. Thumbs toward the back wall, fingers towards the sky. Front knee is over your ankle. Okay, on the next exhale, we're going to put our arms around our front foot. And let's step our left foot back to meet our right for downward dog. And let's just put our knees on the ground. And let's do child's pose, but we're going to keep our knees together this time instead of wide apart. And you can put your hands either alongside your body in the back, or you can put them forward, however is most comfortable for you. You can even cross your arms. Okay, and then let's sit up for a moment. And we're gonna be on our knees. So our feet are behind us. We're gonna take our hands and we're gonna take the base of our hands. And we're gonna put it on our lower back. So one on each side. And you can even kind of like roll your shoulders back and adjust yourself. And then you can slowly, like without too much movement, Just allow yourself to do a slight back bend. You can look up and really use your arms, like kind of pushing them together behind you for Camel Pose. This is Camel Pose, and there is like a full extended version, which is, we're not doing that. But that's actually where your hands are down, like around your feet and stuff. And as you exhale, if you always want to try to go like a little further, you should do it on the exhale. And you can release your hands, and then we're going to put our feet out in front of us. And we're going to do a seated forward fold. So let's make sure that we're sitting up straight first. So make sure your butt cheeks are, if you need to adjust them, and that your back is straight. And then with an inhale, you can raise your arms all the way up, looking up. And then from your waist, you're bending forward with an exhale. And just let your hands go to wherever they want to be. And just like the other poses, after a few breaths, if you want to extend a little more, then try it on the exhale. And let's slowly roll up. And then let's go on to our backs. So we're going to slowly roll down. Our back is going to be flat or lower back on the ground. And then our feet, let's get them as close as we can to our butt. They're together. And maybe you want to tuck your shoulders, your shoulder blades underneath. And just get situated. Your arms are alongside your body. And then we're going to press our hands into the mat, our feet into the mat. And with an inhale, we're going to lift up for bridge pose. So inhale. And once you inhale, you can even adjust your shoulder blades underneath more. And on the exhale, you can even try to push up even a little bit further. And then slowly lower down with an exhale. And now we're going to do that again. So just take a moment first. And then on the next inhale, we're going to push all the way up. And you might want to push your knees together if you feel them kind of splaying out a little bit. You can try to tighten them up a little, pushing them together. On the next exhale, lower down. Pet your dog if you have one. Okay, now we're going to just widen your feet. They're still where they were, but we're just going to widen them a bit. And we're just going to windshield wiper our knees back and forth. Release our back. Now let's keep both of our knees bent, but let's take our right leg, and then this time we're lying down on the ground. We're going to take our knee, our ankle, and put it on our left knee, and then let's lift our hips up. We'll take our hands and put them through. So we're taking our right hand through the kind of number 4 hole, and then we're clasping our hands together behind our thigh. And you don't have to push a lot, but feel like a little bit of resistance. So as your leg, your ankle is kind of pushing your left leg, your arms are kind of pushing a little bit your left leg in. So you have like the opposing forces. And you can extend your left leg up if you want. And then bend your knee, and then release your hands and let your foot come down gently. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to put our right foot down. Our left ankle is going over our right knee, or thigh, upper thigh, lower thigh. And let's take our hands again through the little hole there, clasping them. And then we have the opposing forces again. Just nice, even, long breaths. And you can lift your leg if you want to. To make the full number 4. And then let's bend our knee, lower our leg down, and then put the other one next to it. And then put your toes and your heels together and let your legs flop open for Supta Baddha Konasana, which is basically the bound angle pose, but it's reclining. And you can you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, or you can put both hands on your belly. I have a dog in the way. Now you can extend your legs for Savasana for a couple of minutes, and then put your arms alongside your body with your palms facing up. Close your eyes. Relax your face. Relax your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. Relax your ears even. Think about like those little muscles around your ears. Slowly open your eyes. And when you're ready, sit up. You know the bells are okay. So let's place our hands at our heart and just bow our heads. Shh. Bow our heads and thank yourself for showing up today and taking care of yourself and challenging your body. And shh. and having a kiki show. So thank you very much for sharing this practice with me. Namaste. Mommy's gonna pull your nose off.
Thank yourself for showing up today and doing this practice. Don't forget to give yourself a kiss and a hug too. Ask me any questions in the comments. Let me know what level practices you'd like to see here and what time lengths. Join us next week live or revisit this video or try one of the other ones. You can find more resources and information at themindfulsoulcenter.com. Namaste.